So this is my first recipe on YouTube, and it's going to be for a vegan apple loaf cake, which looks like this when it's done. I'm going to be making it from scratch, but if you want to make it quicker you can use ready-made applesauce and skip this first part. Otherwise you need 3 normal apples, not cooking apples, and just chop them up into smallish pieces like I'm doing now. If you want a smoother texture you can peel the apples first, but I'm lazy and I quite like the texture of the cake when it's got peeling. When you've chopped it all up and it looks like this, you need to put the apple into a saucepan, then add 2 tablespoons of caster sugar, some cinnamon and 100 millilitres of cold water. Then just mix it up and boil it over low heat for about 50 minutes until the apples are soft and mushy. I put the saucepan lid on to make the apples cook a bit faster, and you'll also want to stir occasionally in this time to make sure all the apples are covered in the mixture. When the apples are done you'll be able to squish them quite easily with a spoon, so just take the pan off the heat and let it cool for a little bit. Then to make the applesauce you can use a blender or a food processor, but I just transferred the apple mixture to a bowl and use a stick blender to puree it all up. This time I made about 325 grams of applesauce, so use this amount if you're using a pre-made applesauce. Once that's done, add 65 millilitres of neutral flavoured oil, 150 grams of caster sugar, and then mix it all together until the sugar has dissolved. Then sieve in 300 grams of plain flour and mix it all together. You'll also want to add a heaped teaspoon of baking powder and salt and cinnamon to taste. Mix this all together until you've got a fairly thick batter. Put the bowl to one side and line the loaf or cake tin with some baking paper. The dimensions of mine are on the screen and the mixture does rise quite a lot, so take that into account when picking your own tin. Just empty the batter into your tin and then level it off on top. Put your tin into a preheated oven set at 180 degrees for about 45 minutes. You'll know it's done when it's hard to the touch and a skewer inserted into the middle comes out clean. When it's done, take your loaf out of the tin and unwrap the paper, then leave it to cool and dust with icing sugar. And that's it. I hope you like this video and want to make this delicious cake for yourself, and thank you for watching.